You're right, Mikey. The hammered dulcimer is pretty great.
Yeah. Commenting on our new music. Welcome everybody to Attack of Opportunity D&D. Trey, this is everybody else. I do that every time. Like, I feel compelled to introduce you, but that would be ridiculous to go around the entire circle every time. That just doesn't make sense.
Below our faces.
I know.
It says the names right there. You just
I know.
I'll figure it out.
I know. I need a new intro. That's really the issue that we're running against. How's everybody? It's been a week. Let's find something slightly more peaceful here. It's been a week since we played. We played last week. It was fun. It was fun. How was the week?
Would you say it's been a
Good
week? 7 days?
It was fun. I heard.
Yeah,
It's a good
full
week. Yeah.
Full
Good week. Full week. 7 days.
7.
1 week since we
How
played.
was everybody's week?
Yeah. Did you
It was a
guys
good
have a
week.
good week?
7 days long.
I would say 7 days. Yeah, it was 7 days. It was a good week.
On the week spectrum, it was average.
Yeah, I'd call it
Nice.
solid
Nice.
7 days week.
This is a great start.
We're
Yeah.
learning.
Beautiful.
To the new week.
All right, we're here to play D&D though. Other fun news: Colleen had the first episode of her show, Winecraft. It happened last
I watched
Wednesday. It was fun. She made a champagne bottle. It was cool. I hung out in the chat, let people swear. It was great.
Yeah.
So if
There's
you're
lots of
into cussing,
Swearing and
puns, building stuff in Minecraft, and drinking, show up on Wednesdays. Colleen will
Yeah.
Or any one of those
Colleen will
things.
deliver on one or all of them at once.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was fun.
Still counting on you to make
Wednesdays at what time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Eastern.
Somewhere really
It's
cool.
important because time zones.
I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. I knew that, but I was asking for your benefit.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Emily, you were saying something. I'm sorry. We all cut you off.
No, it's cool. I was just telling Colleen that I'm still counting on her to build my face out of
Oh, yeah.
blocks.
Jungle Mountain.
Yeah. No, I think...
Yeah, that was a conversation we had.
Cool.
What was that?
I said, or like underwater would be super cool.
Oh.
Now there's
Interesting.
options.
Like you fly over and see my mug like down in the
Oh,
ocean.
yeah.
Well, like facing
There it is.
upwards.
Yeah, just
Like
just
a crop circle?
Yeah.
You have to be
Sounds
real
like
high
a
up
lot
to
of-
see it.
It's getting more and more complicated.
Yeah. I like it.
Might be like a Winecraft series.
Summer.
Like,
Yeah, right.
Right.
Part 1.
Yeah, the 2-part episode at the end of the
Delightful.
series.
All right, well, we had some things happen last episode, and you
did.
know we're here to talk about
things.
it. We're here to get together and discuss it. Glad Chelsea's here, but
Hey, Chelsea's here.
who wants to recap us on what happened last week before?
You know it's
I
me.
do?
Why do you
Yeah,
even ask?
I don't know because
Has anyone else ever done it?
Colleen is.
Only when you weren't here, Mikey.
No,
Well,
Colleen
that's-
was pointing.
I was like, are you raising your hand? That's new. No, you're
Nope.
pointing at Mikey.
I
No.
think someone else did it once. I don't remember who it was. but
Yeah,
someone
when
else
Mikey
did.
was out, one of us had to do it. I don't
Yeah.
remember who though.
Take that,
Uh,
Gror.
Fine, great. So we went to Stephan's house was the plan. We traveled some distance and we made it to Stephan's house, which was really rad because we hadn't seen him and it was great and things were cool and everything was fine. But then some bad juju happened when he was like, sorry, I had to do this. And we're like, what do you mean? And then fucking Ulrich shows up. And
Called
that
him a
was sad. Yeah, and he threatened us. He like gave us some ultimatum, and I don't remember the specifics of that. But what I do remember was that he then burned the house down with some bandits, and we had to escape. And we did that pretty good. And then we killed a bunch of the bandits. I think a couple did run away though. And then that's it.
That's pretty close. Anybody have anything to add?
I don't remember what Ulrich said though, and that's really bothering me now.
Oh,
Isn't he? So we're after these things. This.
He was the one that was
glow,
coming after the thing too.
The source of power. He wants it too.
Oh, that's right.
like,
like,
just
no.
add him to the list.
Like, yeah, the dragon wants it. He wants it. The guy who actually sent us there to get us to get it, wants it. Yeah, okay. Everybody wants it.
everybody wants it. Everybody wants the source of power.
Add him to the list.
Right.
It might lead one to believe that this is a rare and difficult to acquire item.
Yes.
Might.
There are a lot of interested parties. That's
We're gonna die trying to get it.
All right. Well, cool. That was super close. You're super on the nose. And with that, let's start the game, shall we?
Okay.
So, last time you guys did head to Neverwinter to meet with Stephan and have dinner. You had a lovely dinner, in fact, and an evening of drinking. Stephan told you all about his adventures and just would not stop talking. Stephan, near the end of the night, kind of became really sullen and sad, and then began apologizing to you, but you weren't quite sure for what. And a sword suddenly thrust through his chest.
Oh yeah, I forgot that little detail. Yeah.
As from behind him, an ethereal form of Ulrich formed. Ulrich then began asking you questions, trying to find out who you were and why you were meddling in his affairs. He then offered you your lives in return for the magical energy source you were on your way to retrieve. You refused this offer, which he seemed to expect, and then set the building on fire and surrounded it with mercenaries. A fiery battle ensued, which left several of the mercenaries to run for their lives, and Stephan's house engulfed in flames. Luckily, Nain had the forethought to grab Stephan out of the house so he would not be burned to ashes. And so, a short piece of history. Kalen was a curious boy, often getting into trouble, but only because he was trying to answer a question. He struggled to make friends and was often isolated. He often found himself drawn to the ideals and practice of magic. All things arcane, really. But he was never particularly good at it. It would take Kalen a very long time and a lot of hard work to find his place within the magical realm. But he eventually did. And to celebrate his grand success, he immediately began hatching plans to take over the world. To become better than his form, to outlive his enemies, to grind their legacies into dust. And Kalen achieved some of his goals, lost track of others, and have let a select few of his own haunt his legacy for eternity. And so, today, here, you all find yourselves standing in the street in front of Stephan's burning stuff and things, considering your own legacies, what's lost, what may live for eternity, and where you're headed today. Where are we headed today?
Well, we're near Neverwinter, or we're in Neverwinter?
You're in Neverwinter, so you are immediately in front of Stephan's burning house. Like in the street, Stephan is waking up. He thanked you for saving his life. The house is just completely engulfed in flames. Like entirely lost at this point. Even if you were to put it out, everything's burned out.
Right.
Stephan is... He looks sad. He profusely apologizes over and over and over again for what he views as betraying you.
How does he? Does he still look like super hurt? Does he still like have? Like,
I think he was healed for like 7 hit points. Yeah, he's still pretty hurt.
Okay, I'm just gonna like grab his hand and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And like hold his hand. Oh,
Yeah.
he's sad.
And he kind of smiles at you and he says, "Thank you, dear." Where were you? He, however, is entirely devastated, expressing, I don't know how I will be able to move on from this. He looks over and he says, well, my cart is mostly whole, and you see the cart's just got a little bit of a black spot on it, but it's mostly unburned.
That's good.
He apologizes again. He says, I'm so sorry. I thought I was saving all our lives.
You thought wrong.
Oh, you did this on purpose.
All right, Stephan, give us the whole story now.
He came.
How did you meet him?
He came to me several days ago. He said you were on your way and you'd be here soon. And that I could help him. And if I did help him, then no one had to get hurt. And
Oh, buddy.
Oh, Stephan.
That's nice of you, but you fucked up.
he says, I'm very sorry. I have one thing that I've kept with me for a very long time. I made it a while ago. He looks at it curiously, and he says, I want you to take it. It's a special potion I made to take for myself when I least thought I'd survive. And he hands it to you. And so what you now have is Stephan's special healing potion.
Oh.
Who has it?
You were standing next to him, so you have it. Sure.
Of course.
And so he hands it to you. And so the drinker and anyone within 1d4 squares
Oh shit.
is healed for 6d4 plus 6.
Oh shit.
And wait, say that again?
The drinker
Yeah.
and anyone within 1d4 squares is healed for 6d6 plus 6.
Damn.
It's mass
Are
healing
you sure
for
about
the group.
this?
I was confused by the D4 part, but now I understand.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, I think
Be
you're
like, are
gonna.
you sure you don't have more of these?
I think you're gonna need this more than me. He said it took me a very long time to make this.
Fair enough.
Jesus.
You're going to need this more than me if that's what you're facing. Something tells me that was the smallest amount of effort he could put forth.
Well, thanks. What are you gonna do, Stephan?
Well,
Might I recommend don't go to Water Deep. It's kind of a shit show right now.
Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement, but yeah.
I guess I will clean this mess up and sell my property and travel again and rebuild. I guess I
You know you
have
got
my
lots of loyal
wagon,
customers.
but not the horses. He points over at the stable that's burned out, and the horses have since just run away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Better run away than burn.
I mean, I could give you a couple horses for an hour, but only an hour. But it only lasts an hour.
Everybody make a perception check.
Oh my god, all of these dice sucked so hard yesterday.
I got a 20.
20, nice.
Oh,
12.
I got the other end of the spectrum. 4.
Okay.
25.
25, nice.
18.
18, okay. Mercy?
12.
12, okay. Anybody above a 15? You all kind of start to realize the situation you're standing in, which is streets full of dead bodies and blood, burning building, kind of chaos. It started to draw attention. There's starting to be people milling around, knowing that the people that have popped out and noticed there's no fighting, they're starting to come draw attention. And you've noticed up the road some Crown's Guard headed your way.
Yeah, this was what I was asking about. Are we like in the city or outside the city?
Yeah. You're like in the street.
There's a bunch of dead people here, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh boy, here we go again. Got to explain this to the guards. Okay.
Yep.
Should we go or
I'm pretty sure if we see them, they definitely see us. So running away is probably not the super wisest choice at the moment.
Fair.
Know what I'm saying?
So you guys kind of just hang around and wait and like, hey, how you doing? And they walk up.
So here's what happened.
All right, and so you explain the situation to them.
I would maybe leave out the bit about Ulrich.
Okay.
like I don't know if I'm the one
We just
regaling
mentioned
this
them,
story.
like we were dining with our friend.
We were
and
coming to see
bandits
Stephan. Bandits
attacked.
attacked. They stabbed him. They busted in the house. They burned the house down. We barely escaped. We fought off who we could, but
He's a very prominent merchant, so
Right.
he's clearly a target. And they set the house on fire, and we were just trying to protect our friend in his house.
I think that's a great version of the story to tell. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Who has the higher stat? Probably
Charisma or
it's going to be charisma. So Gror, roll this with advantage because you both created a pretty decent story.
What do you want? Persuasion?
Yeah,
I have a 10 in charisma. I can try.
sure.
I'm not like good at it.
I mean, I have a +2.
That's 2 more pluses than I
Sure,
have.
let's go. All right, Ellie can be the one telling the story with Gror standing there adding to it. You
I got
guys,
flowers
Providing
in
moral
my hair,
support,
you can
yeah.
trust me.
yeah.
Ooh, natural 17 and a natural 18 for a total
Nice.
of 20.
20. All right, yeah. So the guards look at each other and they look at this halfling that's excitedly telling the story, and this old dwarf standing by nodding, going, "Yeah."
Nothing else weird happened. Yep.
And they kind of take your story and they say, "Oh, okay. Well, we'll make sure everybody else is okay." And they start milling around and like securing the area, making sure that the dead guys are dead, and that you know the building is not catching other buildings on fire.
How close are the buildings to each other? Like, are any other buildings in danger of catching on fire?
No, it was a fairly still night, still and warm night in Neverwinter, and so no, the fire didn't really have much of a chance to spread. Most of the buildings are stone with some thatch roofs, so a little bit of thatch got burned on some of the roofs, but it never caught.
Okay.
Yeah, and so the grounds guard accepted your explanation of why this took place.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Nicely done. All right, and so the night is growing late. It was already late when this event began to unfold. You've been standing in the street for a while at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd already traveled into town. Yeah. You will definitely need someplace to stay tonight because it is no longer going to be Stephan's.
Right. I guess. Well, if we're in
inn?
town, there's got to be a proper inn or a place to.
Yeah.
Stephan, what's a good
Right.
inn where we can stay?
Yeah, Stephan begins thinking this through as well, and he says, I guess we need a place to sleep tonight. And he says, this way. And you begin walking down the road. He kind of looks at his cart for a moment and then shrugs and just goes.
No, you come with us.
And so he leads you about 3 or 4 blocks down and around the corner out on one of the main drags near his neighborhood, and leads you into an inn called the Shiny Brass Barrel.
Well, it's got 3 words. That's a nice place.
Shiny.
The
Yeah,
Shiny
shiny.
Brass Barrel.
Oh.
I bet this place has at least 4 stars on Yelp.
I'm
At
sure. Yeah.
least 4 Yelp stars. And so you all walk in and are greeted by a fairly chipper old dwarf man who seems to like his job as a bartender in the Shiny Brass Barrel. And he says, "Oh, hey, what can I do for you?"
He's like Griswold. We need a lot of beds.
He looks around and he says, Indeed you do.
Yeah.
Some of us don't take up a lot of room.
Yeah.
He
Some of the beds are small,
looks
but we
over
do
and
need a lot of them.
He counts.
We do
and
need them.
He says, He smells and he says, "It's been a rough night, eh?"
A little bit.
Yeah, we're covered in blood. We're all sooty, and you could say it's been a rough night. Yeah.
1 gold for the lot of you for tonight, and it will be more in the morning.
I'll pay for it.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'd double pay him for everybody and be like, give us lots of food.
Oh, yeah.
I'll send something up. And so what he sends you to is essentially like the top floor. You guys just kind of bought the top floor of this inn. It's not a super big place. And so you have 6 rooms on the top floor. And there's a common space there as well. So it's 6 rooms with a common space, essentially. And so yeah, you go up and it's adequate. 6 beds, 6 small storage spaces. They're yours for the next day. Yeah.
And it's also not burned to the ground.
Get
so there's
not
that.
burned to the ground. Important. And so there's a sitting area there and things. And so as you guys are sitting there, winding down, eating the food is like trays of sausage and like mead and ale are brought up and all kinds of things. As Gror overpaid handsomely for the space. Yeah, one last person comes up, and he kind of looks confused. He's holding a letter in his hand, and he looks at you and he says, Are you? And he looks at the thing and he says, well, I guess all he wrote here was 2 dwarves with the girls and halfling. Okay. I guess if you could sign something here, and he hands you the paper and then like a ledger to sign. He says, sign something here. I don't know what to call you. We can't hear you.
Come up with like a team name.
You're muted.
Okay, so yeah, who are you and what's going on? And why are
I'm
we
sorry.
signing
I have this letter to
What I
deliver
would've
to
guessed
you.
everybody
It's
would have
late.
said out loud, but yeah.
I'm sorry. It's late. I have this letter to deliver to you. We actually have had this letter for 2 weeks. We took bets on whether or not you'd actually be here. I'm surprised you
Back
are.
to the Future situation here.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry.
Are we in a Back to the Future situation here?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Can
sorry,
you
that
sign
was
for
out of
this?
character.
I would really just like to go.
Yeah, I'll grab the clipboard and sign exactly what he said. 2 dwarves with the girls and hand it back to him.
And the halfling.
Halfling.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Get out of here.
I love it. Okay. And so, yeah, you have this letter.
Open it.
Wanna
Okay.
read it?
I open it.
It
from?
says, very simply, I'm sorry for your loss. I hope my message was clear. Ulrich.
Well, we didn't lose anything. Oh, Stephan. Look at him. He's probably all sad.
Mikey's muted again.
Doesn't matter. I'm just making fun of Stephan.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
All right. So, yeah, you got this letter from Ulrich.
Oh, fucker.
So, fuck this Ulrich guy.
Can we burn
Yeah.
this letter?
It's basically how I feel right now. So you said we have the top floor of this place to ourselves, so like the common folk aren't scattered around here.
Correct.
We can speak freely.
You may.
All right.
Can I cast Detect Magic on the letter?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
I do.
It doesn't seem magical.
All right.
But make a wisdom check.
Okay. Oh, nope. It's a natural 1, but I'm a halfling, so I get to reroll those.
Oh yes.
Oh, man.
14.
14. Okay. You do recognize that the letter is stamped with his personal cog seal, and therefore is entirely unique. And that makes you nervous.
Yes, it does. I really think we should burn this letter.
Well, there's nothing else written on it other than sorry for your loss, Ulrich.
No.
I didn't pick up any traces of magic, so if you
I
left
don't
a message.
Yeah, I don't.
Do it
I don't
magic.
see a reason to keep it, I guess.
Well, I guess I don't see a reason to burn it though. Shouldn't we? I don't know. Maybe we should hang on to it.
All right. I don't know.
If you don't think
I
it's
like it.
magical, I mean, I don't know.
I don't pick up any magic from it. I get an icky feeling about this seal. It came directly from him. Like he knew we were going to be here.
2 weeks
Right.
ago.
2
which
weeks
is
ago,
a week before he talked to Stephan.
But he did say sorry for your loss. I think he thought we would lose Stefan.
Stephan was going to die.
But
Yeah.
he said, and the girls and the halfling. Am I the halfling or is he the halfling?
You're the
Because
halfling.
why am I not a girl?
Wait, you're a girl?
I punched Dane in the arm. Not very well, because my strength is horrible.
I guess I heard that as the girls and the halfling. As you being the halfling, but Stefan could be the halfling.
I don't know.
Right.
He did lose, like, his fucking house and his business. And as I'm saying this out loud, hopefully he's hearing me. Like, he lost everything.
Just rub it. Everything is gone. His life is ruined now. What is he gonna do?
You thought he was in his room sleeping, but the doors cracked and you just hear sobbing.
Yeah, I mean, his life is literally in ashes currently. And you can't, try as you might, you can't make diamonds out of that. Oh, no.
I punched
Okay, Grover. Yeah, Grover. I think, or Nate. I think he's got the. I think, yeah, we got the point.
Oh. Sorry, little guy.
I punch him in the arm again.
So, world map style, like, how far away are we from wherever this globe we're supposed to be looking for is?
Yeah, where?
Heyo!
Where are we going?
So, world map style, you're in Neverwinter right now. You have been sent to an area near the spine of the world where there is supposedly a wizard tower. Roundabouts there.
Oh,
So we got to get to Mirror Bar.
Yeah, so you
Probably the next step in line, yeah.
have quite a ways to go. You do have a choice. You can go through straight. You can like kind of take this straight, right? Like you can just go straight through Neverwinter Wood and then hit the Lurk Wood. But the other problem you're facing is you don't know. Okay, just to like remind everybody what you got going down. You don't know exactly where the Wizard Tower is at this point. You have a general idea. You have the proposal from Josephine and are expecting her to revisit any time after you leave Neverwinter. You have Ulrich, who seems to know your moves before you make them at this point, which is weird. And
Not ideal.
yeah, and you still have the problem of getting this thing when you get wherever it is.
do I know things about the Neverwinter Woods? Like, are they, like, I don't know, is there, like, magical elements in them that I've heard about as, like, a druid, or, I don't know, just anything that would, like,
just
give me pause about going
general
there.
area knowledge that you would be able to like just have would be like the entire area around Neverwinter, particularly after the spell plague was incredibly affected. The ley lines ran deep through here. The magical ley lines ran deep through here, and when they were disrupted, a lot of things got disrupted, and so. There was rumored entrances to the Feywild that popped up in Neverwinter Wood, and so Neverwinter Wood became populated with a weird, abnormal number of Fey creatures. The surrounding areas became more and more disrupted with like orc and goblinoid activity, different orc tribes battling each other, trying to like make their way towards the cities. Basically, they're trying to take advantage of the situation. Well, fuck, they're distracted. Like, let's attack. So yeah, there's a lot of strange things going on, and so anytime you leave the main roads here, you're bound to encounter some part of that. That help at all?
it sure does.
It was
Okay.
the long answer of saying,
Yeah.
yeah, there's probably some magic stuff there.
No, that helps. That gives me a very good picture.
Yeah, shit's magical.
Yeah, shit's magical. Yeah, so the prudent path would be go Neverwinter to Luskan to Mirabar and then figure out where you need to go from there. Chances are it's, like I said, you've been guided somewhere in this general area, just kind of the north edge of the Lurkwood at the spine of the world. Yeah.
I say we take the travel path.
Yeah, that
They're
seems
both
like
dangerous.
Yes, but one is
I
easy
don't know.
terrain.
I know. One what?
One is easier terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather face danger on the main road than danger in the wilderness where nobody can easily find us.
Mm-hmm.
Although you do tend to find better cover in the wilderness. But I don't think it's going to matter if there's an ancient dragon chasing after us also, you know what I mean?
This is wonderful.
this is very good. Just let him go.
I'm going for the road. I still pick road, I think, if I had to choose.
I think road is my answer too. Yep.
But if we...
I would prefer to go through.
Then we can...
But
Wonderful.
I think that's probably the better choice.
Okay, so you guys want to travel on the road?
yeah.
I mean, you have this moment. You're not sleeping, but we'll count this as part of your long resting time. But do you wish to discuss any of the other situations you have going on before you set out into the world?
Well, Stephan, we haven't really discussed what you're going to do with your life.
He's sleeping. Might be a breakfast conversation.
Oh, okay.
Though someone asked him when you were standing in front of the houses, and he said he'd probably start traveling around again.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so I guess
Maybe we should help him like find some horses. We don't have any.
I mean, you guys could just buy him some horses. You have the money.
we could probably
We
buy
are
some
pretty
horses.
flush. We could probably buy him a dank-ass carriage, too.
Yeah.
I'll go carriage shopping in the morning for him.
I'll go horse shopping.
I got proficiency laying vehicles. I know it looks good.
Proficiency in land vehicles.
I do.
I do.
That's
I know
why
what a horse looks like, so I'll go buy him horses.
Legit.
So I've kind of lost track.
Okay.
How many people are after this? No, I'm saying this like in character.
Oh, sure.
Because Ellie's lost track. She's not super intelligent. Who's after this super powerful thing that we're probably going to die trying to find?
So a couple people. The first guy was the guy in the town where we were.
Was it Carlin or was it his friend?
Mortimer Cogsbottle.
Mortimer Cogsbottle. What a
Right,
shock.
'cause-
I didn't remember that name.
He's the one who's got the weird trans-dimensional bullshit going on.
Time travel-y.
Carlin is the one that's got transdimensional shit going on. Mortimer Cogsbottle's the guy that's trying to restore power to Waterdeep.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying.
Do they both want the same thing or just different chest orb things?
Carlin's problem's been put on the back burner while Waterdeep's problems are being solved.
Right.
I think we established
You have stacking problems. Tiers of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is for sure.
Okay. And then we've got this dragon.
Josephine.
Yeah.
Josephine and now also Ulrich.
And Ulrich, yeah.
If there's a way that we can get them to fight each other for it, then the choice is easy on who gets it.
You're talking Josephine and Ulrich, or you want to throw Mortimer, who's trying to use it for good, in that mix as well?
I would, yeah, probably just the first two. Probably the two we don't like.
I feel like the first two, like if we walk away with it, it needs to go back to Mortimer anyway. Like what the fuck are we gonna do with it?
Right,
I
exactly.
I agree.
So,
We don't know what it is. We don't know how to use it.
And you know what? If it comes down to it, I'd rather only fight one big bad than two.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let them duke out each other's hit points for a while.
Mm-hmm. So now we just gotta figure out how to do
we
that.
need to figure out how to get them in the same place at the same time, which is going to be.
Well, they're all expecting us to talk to them, to tell them when we have the thing. They're probably not in communication with each other. So we just pull the old double date fast maneuver, invite them all to dinner.
The old Fred Flintstone.
Oh,
Invite them all, be like, yeah, meet us in, Luskin in a week. And just, Luskin's gonna get fucked, but like, let him duke it out there. And be like, may the best dragon win,
Luskin's gonna
Ulrich
get fucked.
seems like a badass, you know?
I feel like it's a better idea to have him, meet us like in the middle of the woods or something.
Yeah, not in the city.
Yeah, maybe not.
Well, wherever we meet, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
And all of this is predicated on us getting the thing, so you know we've got a bit of time to consider that as well.
That's true. I like that plan.
Yeah, let's focus on that first then. So how long is it going to take us to get... Apparently I'm a very bad traveler for having grown up in a fucking circus, but how long is it take us to get from Neverwinter to Luskin? And then from Luskin.
A long time, I think.
Let's take a quick
kind of travel are we looking at
gander
here?
2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, about 2 weeks to get to Mirabar would be my estimation.
Okay.
If you're just passed through Luskin.
Well, you know, everywhere we go, we seem to get caught up in somebody's shit.
Looks
so.
like you also have
Add to the list.
Blackford Crossing as an option here too. Looks
Okay.
like you can cut it. It's about the same distance, but yeah.
Luskin seems bigger.
Yeah.
More opportunities for getting into mischief.
More mischief.
We
Mischief.
do love us some mischief.
Mischief-tunities. Okay. Cool.
I don't like mischief tunities. I'm sorry. I had to think about it, but I don't like it.
You
We've
don't.
decided it's
Yeah.
not okay.
don't.
Jury's
Come on.
back. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you tried.
I appreciate you letting me try.
Mhm.
So thank you.
He gave it a chance.
Yep.
But no.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to look something up because I realized I wasn't prepared for it, but I am now, and it's funny. So, what's your next move here, friends? You need to obviously get a little bit of sleep. And
I
wake
want to
up in the
just
morning.
check in on. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to check in on Stephan and just like make sure he's doing like the mom check in.
Just kind of poke your head in.
Make sure it's breathing.
We should also ask him his opinion on this. He has so far he's the one that's lost the most.
Yeah.
I think he's a pretty smart guy too. He made this really dope potion.
And if not smart, at least logical.
That's true. Yeah, I'm on.
Okay.
So in the morning we'll talk to Stephan about our plan and
Legit. So you all settle in, and you wake up several hours later to the smell of breakfast in your common area. You find that the couches and chairs have been pushed to the sides, and you have a table set up in the middle, arrayed with a massive breakfast of eggs, bacon, pancakes, sausages, crepes, all the things, fruits.
Yeah.
Gold really gets you the special treatment here.
Yeah. And yeah, Stephan's already sitting there at the table drinking coffee, reading the daily Neverwinter.
what a poor name. I bet a dwarf named it.
Yeah. So as you all one by one wake up, let's just have some fun with that real fast. There's a bunch of you. Let's roll this one. Okay. Ellie wakes up first and makes her way to the breakfast table.
Morning.
Oh, hello.
How you feeling?
Very good, actually, and I think I have you to thank for that. So, thank you again.
Yeah. Can I check his wound and make sure it's like looking good?
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I know anything
Make
about
a medicine check. And about
Like I
this
know
time
anything
you're
about it.
making a medicine check, Grower walks out of the room.
Ooh.
Bing
Remember how
bong, bing
shitty
bong.
my dice were yesterday? They are doing pretty well today. Medicine. That is a 20 total.
Nice. Yeah, it looks good. Things are well with his gaping chest wound. Yeah. And so he continues. Yeah, I slept wonderfully. And he looks at you and he says, "Good morning, sir." And then the rest of you start piling out like a bus. Just like we'll land at the table. Yeah, and so Morning proceeds.
Stephan,
Eating breakfast.
we were talking last night, and we kind of wanted to get your input on something.
Yes.
So let's pretend that there is a necklace that two people are interested in.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really sure. You don't really like either of these people, and you're not really sure that their intentions with this necklace are honorable. What would you do? I explained that very poorly.
Yeah, let me expand on that. There's a third party. There's a third party who has very good intentions.
Oh, yeah.
And also one of the parties is a dragon.
But yeah, that third party that has really good intentions is by far the weakest and would get murdered and killed. And the other two bad ones, well, unknown ones, are very powerful.
Yep. Let's say one of them is capable of burning down a house and stabbing a friend, and the other is a dragon.
Who else got stabbed? Stephan.
Stephan sits and kind of processes all of this information you've dumped on him, and he says, "Well, I'm sorry. What was the core of the question again?
What would you do?
What would I do?
I'm giving a very poor hypothetical situation.
All right, sorry. I was trying to remember what you actually asked. Well, I definitely wouldn't give it to anyone who would hurt people with it. But I don't know how you'd protect it once you gave it to the weakest individual of the group.
Maybe there's another dragon out there we could recruit.
Dragon, do my bidding.
Do my bidding.
Are there good dragons? I don't know things about dragons.
Yeah, there are.
Chromatic dragons are generally good dragons.
There are good dragons.
Chromatic dragons.
Chelsea knows that. Ellie doesn't know that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Metallic dragons are generally good dragons. That's the one I was going
Right.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys share your plan with Stephan and get his opinion on the plan itself?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
I don't see why not.
Established. All right. Yeah. I mean,
he already got killed, or basically killed by Ulrich, so seems like it doesn't hurt to cue him in on what else is going on, you know?
But he also, like,
oh, here's why this guy killed you, by the way. Like, since you were kind enough to die for us, we might as well tell you why.
Going after Horcruxes.
He kind of ponders that new information for a moment, and he says, This is very, very dangerous. Yep. I know the thing you're going after. I've heard of it.
What?
I know about where it's located. And I know that other people have tried to get it and have died.
Well, other people aren't us.
That's true. You do have a high survivability rating.
100% so
Like
far.
cockroaches.
Yeah. Undefeated in survivability at this point.
Nope, that's not true.
And so he
The
looks
paladin
at
in
he
the
looks
mirror.
at you and he says, "Then I guess it's about time you hear of a story."
Mm.
I like a good story.
Ooh, I like settle in.
He says, "Well, there was a young man who was corrupted by his own power. And as he rose to power, he needed to build symbols to that power. One of them was a very, very powerful wizard tower. It sits at the edge of the Lurkwood Forest, in a region of the Lurkwood Forest known as the Namjan region of the Lurkwood Forest.
Nam Jam! Jam Jam Forest! We did this. This was like a totally separate campaign, I realize now, but we did something in the Jam Jam, Nam Jam, Jam Jam Forest. And yeah.
Says this particular region of the forest is known for all kinds of oddities and terrible things that happen there. The loggers that work out of the Lurkwood avoid it at all costs. Though the wood there is highly prized as the trees are rare and valuable. But at the edges of the Lurkwood, at the edge of the Namjan region, you'll find a wizard tower. It's older. It's been abandoned for 100 years or so. But it is still incredibly powerful, incredibly well protected. And the things that reside inside of it only want to get out as much as they don't want you to get in.
Nice.
Hey guys, the thing that we're looking for is in a wizard tower.
Huh. What a coinky dink.
Maybe we should try this wizard tower. It's a good starting place.
Seems like. Yeah.
He says, I've seen it once. I heard screams, and I
You've seen the tower?
turned around. Yes.
Ooh.
And he gets out a map, and he shows you exactly where it is.
I fucking love when this happens. Yes, I mark it on my minimap.
He shows you. It's about where you were being pointed, slightly more north here, but right up at the tip of top of the Lurkwood. Right where it bumps into the mountains. It's right on the edge there is where he marks. And he says there's no path. The forest is all overgrown. It will not be an easy journey. The area has only gotten weirder with time. The longer that tower sits idle, the stranger things get.
Stranger in what way?
What kinds of creatures?
We've heard of towns and villages being gobbled up by shadow, and then vanishes.
Okay, yeah, I'd call that weird for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Something for some fake creatures,
It's
but you know,
Does
shadow,
not.
shadow.
It makes me uneasy that you're going here.
Well, we're not exactly thrilled about it ourselves.
I understand why, because without it, Waterdeep could be in trouble. But I also need you to understand what I believe you're going to retrieve, and that is the soul of the wizard, the one that owns this tower. This is the last thing he wanted anyone to take.
Well,
Do you know what it looks like?
It could be anything, but it's likely a container, an item of some value, maybe. Well
I mean,
protected.
The picture would be great.
Central location in the building would be my biggest guess. It's likely powering most of the magical enchantments that still reside on the tower to this day.
okay.
Well, we should probably, we've got some shopping that we have to do. Excuse me, before we head north.
Yeah.
Many things to acquire.
Stephan, what is your plan?
Well, I think I'm going to go see what's left in my cart. Go see what's left in my house. Pack it up and go sell what's left. See if I can talk to some of my suppliers and get things going again. I have my mobile distillery in my cart, so I can get brewing soon.
Sure.
Well, make sure you stop and see us before you leave town, because we've got something for you, but it'll take you today to get ready.
Oh.
Well,
I
if
have
it's
nowhere
okay
else to
with you
be. I'm going to have to live here for at least a few days, I think.
Great.
So. All right, then. Have a good day, friends. I wish you luck. Prepare yourselves well. This will not be an easy task.
Stefan, before we go, do you still have that fancy little magic mirror you gave us the other half of? Or was that in your
He
house?
thinks about it a moment and he says, warms my heart to know that that's in my cart. And I think it's okay.
Nice.
Good.
Motherfucker a bard. He just rhymed.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, and so he says, yes, equip yourselves well, friends. Prepare yourselves. This will not be easy. And when he says it will not be easy, you hear a dinging noise. Ding, 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 ding. As you level up to 9. Hey.
Oh, yay.
What?
So if you guys want to work on that while we individually do the little shopping trips, you can get leveled up while we shop. Hey-oh.
Hey,
No way.
Yeah, so I think Gror and Nain wanted to go had a plan first, so everybody else can work on that real fast. Well, if you have deep level up questions, just hold them. Just do some basics here today, and we'll get the real juice of it done. Because I didn't realize, as I said that, I'm realizing 9's somewhat of a big one. So let's.
Yeah, that's not a small.
Yeah, so let's hold the more complicated stuff for next time. And
Sure.
thanks, friends. But yeah, Gror and Nain, you guys had something you wanted to go find.
Yeah, I want horses.
Yep, and I'm looking for a carriage.
Okay, so you guys head out into Neverwinter and begin finding all kinds of stores. Neverwinter's a fairly large city. There's lots of options and things. You find one store that says Pony Depot on the front of it.
Ponies are us.
Yeah, and so you walk in and the doors go and you walk in. There's a lot of magic in Neverwinter. And you walk in and someone greets you and says, "Hey, can I help you find a pony?"
I can probably find the pony myself, but you can probably help me buy a pony, yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's get you set up with a pony.
I need 2 horses for pulling a cart, please.
Oh, no. Not a problem. All right. And so he walks you to the back of the store. And they have like this weird like indoor stable set up back there, but it's made to look like it's outdoors. It's like a theme store. And
Right.
so you walk up to the stable and he says, "All right, that's what we have on hand right now. Anything catch your eye?" And so you look over there and you see this
Sky is hot.
Yeah, this dude's hot as a kite.
You see this beautiful brown mare, and a pinto, a black one, and a white one, and then a red one, and a green one, weirdly. And he says, "Anything catch your eye?"
Like, well, yes, the green one.
Oh, you noticed so greeny there. All right. Well.
Oh, Greeny, very original name.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that one will be a little more expensive because it's a rare color.
I see that, yes. Well, I'll take the green one and give me the black one also.
All right. Let me ring you up for that. And so he turns around and finds like a cash register thing and he says, "Well, let me look up that horse real fast for you there."
Okay. Does he like appear super high?
No, he does not. He appears almost robotic. Like he just kind of always does this. Why? There we go. Yeah, that's what I want. What? I'm really upset about this. What the heck? There we go. Found it. Alright! I had you rung up there for the green one and that brown one there. We can do you out the door today for 140.
Great. I'll give him 150 and I'll be like, never speak to me again.
Alright! And he takes the money and he sends you on your way.
Very good.
Have a good day now, friend.
150, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and so you're on your way. A little while down the road, you find another store. Carriages.
Perfect. I'm gonna go into the carriage store.
Oh yeah, so you find the carriage store, and you walk in, and you see a guy standing there, and he says, "Hi, my name's Chuck. How can I help you?"
Oh, hey, Chuck, I'm looking for a nice carriage.
Oh, what kind of carriage? What are you gonna do with the carriage? Anything interesting?
It's for a friend of ours. He lost his house in the fire. You may have heard of it. It happened last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Stephan. Yeah, no, we did a custom carriage for Stephan a number of years ago. It was very interesting indeed. Yeah.
Can you match it?
Can I? Oh. Did Stephan lose his carriage?
He didn't, but it got kind of wrecked, and I would like to match it or make it even better.
Oh, well. It might take me a few days, but I think we could work something up. Let me go get our designer. He knows more about this. So another guy walks out and he says, "How you doing?"
You have a brother that works down at the horse place.
Oh, I do. He's the most annoying son of a bitch, isn't he?
Yeah. I can only imagine.
I mean, I had to grow up with him.
Oh, yeah, you poor son.
Yeah.
I
But
hate to be Christmas.
I hear you need to design a cage. Or carriage, I'm sorry.
Well,
What?
oof.
Oh.
Enough in a carriage, yes.
Carriage like Stephan's. All right. Let me
Because it's forced
let me just see what I can do for you. Let me bring it up here for you, okay?
Yeah. Oh.
All right. So,
I'm glad we're not playing next week. This is exhausting.
Trey's having way too much fun with this.
Keeps going.
the look on your faces is delightful.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, so he goes and rings it up, and he says, "Ooh, doggy, it's gonna cost you at least 500 gold for this carriage."
All right, I've got that.
And he gets wide-eyed and he says, "Oh, Jiminy Christmas, got deep pockets in this one. All right, and, did you want any extras?"
Yes. What extra?
Anything in particular?
Right then. You know what? You do what you know, Stephan, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Do what you think he would really like.
All right. And so,
Wow. It sounds like you might have some
so
ideas
great.
already.
And so he punches some more buttons on the little cash register. And he says, "Oh, right, I got you up to 800 gold."
800? All right. Here, drop 800 on the counter.
What? Thank you. We'll have it in 3 days.
Perfect.
All
may
right.
send. Can you deliver it to Stephan in 3 days?
Oh, absolutely. I'll send Chuck.
Thanks. Yeah, Chuck would be the good one.
All right. All right. Thank you for coming by. If you need a pony, go see my brother.
Oh, we're all set.
Oh, all right. All right. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. Okay. Ooh. I need a drink.
Several. Cool.
That was fun.
I need several.
So you leave. You got a pony. Anything else you guys want to do before you head back to the thing? The shiny brass barrel.
Is there like a potion? Is there a potion store somewhere? Is there
I mean, yeah,
potions?
you ask around and you find a potion seller. It kind of in just a general market area. He's sitting there hawking what looks like fairly cheap potions.
I will approach him, and I will say, "Hail, friend! What's up with them healing potions?"
Oh, hey, the Healy things. Are you a cop?
Are you a cop?
No, but if you have stuff that the cops don't want, I might be interested.
All right. So, yeah, what are you looking for? What do you need?
Well, straight up, I need a couple healing potions if you have them first. But then I'd be interested to hear what things you have.
Well, I got these, or I got these, and he pulls out some healing potions from the back. A little riskier here, but results.
A little riskier. I think I'll go with the tried and true.
Your funeral. All right, he hands you the two regular ones, 50 gold apiece.
Great. And be like, so then, what do you got? What kind of interesting stuff do you have?
Oh, well, over here
I got a couple hundred gold to spend.
Oh, sure, yeah. So over here I have this potion of, it makes you stronger. Well, it makes you feel stronger. I'm not entirely sure myself. And then over here we have this one that makes you feel like you can breathe underwater. Crazy
But
shit,
you
man.
can't?
Well, I don't know.
I'm not
I mean,
there.
do you want to be the one to really try? I mean, no, you two are together. I mean, do you want to be the one to really try it? Like, I don't know. I mean, you can if you want to, but you feel that way. Yeah. You guys sure you're not cops? You're asking a lot of questions.
I'm
I'm a general.
All right.
I'm a king.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna close. Have a good day. He starts
Okay,
gathering
well,
up
thanks
everything.
Thanks for the health potions. I got what I wanted, I guess.
That guy was weird.
He was weird. What kind of health potions did I buy?
Just 2 regular health potions. 2d4 plus 2, I think.
Gotcha.
Or 2d4 plus 4. I don't remember. We'll have to look them up. But 2 regular health potions. Whatever they are. Healing potion. That's what it's called, not health. Yep.
Potion of healing.
Yeah, there we go. Proper names. Proper finds. Anything else for Nain Grower?
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
Ellie, Mercy Bones. Any of you want to do anything today? None of you ever really declared anything.
I haven't. Oh, go ahead. Oh no, I was sorry. I was just saying. I think I'm good.
Okay.
I go to the barkeep guy as soon as Stephan leaves, and I give him.
Ooh, I got a 5th level spell slot.
I know. I give him 10 gold and say that other halfling friend, he's going to be staying for a while, and I want you to take care of him.
Oh, absolutely. And he looks at you and he says, "Oh, wait, this is the wrong voice." Absolutely. I've known Stephan for a long time. I'll make sure he's well cared for, dear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I give him the 10 gold. We've never really discussed your take on spell components and components that require a cost.
Components that require a cost, unless it's something super rare, right? Like, you need to have a diamond. Like, I'm gonna make you have a diamond. But if you're talking about some frickin' incense,
Well,
you need 18 pounds of incense every week. I'm not going to make you buy 18 pounds of incense every week, right?
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of
let's
them are
just
covered by
consume the cost of the 18 pounds of incense and assume you found time to go do that.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, a lot of them are consumed by used by my totem.
Yep.
But yeah, now there's a spell that I want.
Yeah, in general, that's my view on spell components. Is I don't want to bog us down with insignificant stuff, but like consuming a diamond, there's a significance to consuming 1,000 gold pieces worth of diamond, right?
Say I can get Raised Dead, which requires a 500 GP diamond. I'm reading the spell description right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So that's what. Okay, so then I'm gonna try to find like a jeweler or somebody who has like. Well, hold on. First, you guys are gonna have to refresh my memory. Didn't we have like a big thing of gems? Did we lose it? Did we have gems?
I believe Bones wanders around with, no, or is it Nain? One of you wanders around with a bag of holding that has the majority of the group's stuff. What is in it? I
have a bag of holding. The following is inside the bag of holding: 5 healing potions, 2 good berries, which are probably expired.
I mean, they're still, like nice berries, but they don't have any healing anymore.
Sure. So 2 pointless berries, and 1 bottle of Stephan's wine from way long back.
Oh man.
And then mostly other collection items of Bones's, which I'm sure none of you want to hear about.
Actually, no, we do.
That should be like a side project where you just sit and name all the weird shit that your characters picked up.
Oh
in the
God,
last-
yes. Actually, no, that's brilliant. I like
Can
it.
we do like the recap and then
Yeah.
here's what Bones got the last episode and then we'll
Yeah, no, that's
Oh
delightful.
man.
I like where this train of thought's going. I'm on board.
Okay, so we don't have gems. So I want to find like a jeweler or somewhere with gems.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need some gem costs, I think.
Oh, you know
stand
what,
by
Trey,
while I
real
dig that
quick.
up. Sure.
Well, I can tell you
Do
what.
you remember
cost I
how last week I mentioned that that blue metal short sword?
Yeah.
Next to that, I have written green and red gems.
Hang on 1 minute while I make a note. Because I didn't look this up. Like I said I was gonna look it up. Because I'm a jerk. But
You
I'm
heard it here,
writing.
folks.
But I'm writing this down right now.
Just in
Green,
case
green
those-
and blue gems.
No, green and red gems, which
Green
I
and
think
red
might be the
gems.
gems that Chelsea's thinking about.
Those are probably what I'm thinking of, but I don't think those are what I'm like. I was wondering if
We're
the
gonna
gems
figure
are
out what that is, because.
And the sword, yeah, Trey, the sword is a knife-sized short sword made out of blue metal.
Okay.
Anyway, I just didn't know if those were the gems you meant, Chelsea, and I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Those were the gems I was thinking of. I wasn't sure. I wanted more information because I wasn't sure if they're what I need. I don't think they are.
For sure.
But I'll
Cool.
come bug you if I can't find what I need.
Okay. All right. So you wander around and you find a jeweler after a while. It's just an actual jewelry shop. You see someone sitting behind the
I'm hoping
counter.
it's a very fancy jeweler because I definitely don't have shoes on and my hair is like a tangled mess.
I
because-
mean, it's not super fancy. It looks like, a guy that repairs people's watches on a regular basis. If people wore watches, but they don't really, so he's making jewelry. Yeah.
Kitty!
Meow meow.
Amelie.
His name has been surprisingly absent. I said his name, so now maybe he'll come.
That's true. There he is.
Okay.
I see him.
He's coming out of
He's
the bedroom
coming
right
right now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Laser beam.
Oh, beans.
All right. So you find a jeweler.
I find a jeweler. And I go in. Hello.
Oh, you're
Down
small. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a rock. A very nice rock.
A very
agate.
particular rock, yes.
Did you have any particular kind of rock you would like to acquire?
An agate.
Looks around. He says, "I think I have some agate." And he digs around behind the counter and he pulls out a stone. And he says, "Yes, yes."
Oh.
You look at it. It looks like jewel quality agate. Like you're gonna do something with it.
All right. Can I get a feel for how much it might be worth without asking him? Knowing things about rocks. Druid?
He looks at you and he says, 500 gold pieces.
500 for this one. Do you have any more?
He looks and he says, maybe. And he starts digging around. He starts finding some unrefined pieces and he says, for everything I have, it'll be 3,000 gold pieces.
Ooh. I was looking for maybe around like 1,000.
Starts pulling some rocks out of the box and he says, here you go.
Oh, hey. And they're nice and they would like work as like a spell component.
Yeah.
Well, point of clarification, does the description say an agate worth 1,000 GP, or does it say a agate's worth 1,000 GP? Because for diamonds, you can't have 5 diamonds that are worth 100 GP each. You gotta have 1 diamond that's worth 500.
Well, let me find out. It's probably
Which is why Raised Dead and the other version of Raised Dead are so much of a hassle, because finding a single diamond worth that much is the real problem.
It's probably just the one. Now I can't remember what spell it was. This one. An agate. God damn it. You know,
Holds up the box.
these are great. He holds up what?
The box.
These are so great, and they are absolutely lovely. I'll take like one of the teeny tiny ones. How much for this one?
Like 5 gold pieces.
Great, I'll take it. It's perfect.
He seems real confused, but he takes your coins.
5 GP is 5 GP.
Yeah.
That was she was just about to buy 1,000 G.
Yep.
Thank you.
Take my little rock. Ooh, actually, do you think you could turn this into a necklace? I have a collection of them.
He actually like reaches on the shelf and pulls out an agate necklace and says,
Ooh.
5 more gold pieces.
5 more, jeez.
for the gold and the work.
I'm spending the money the way I spend money.
So he hands you the necklace. Takes the agate back.
I put the necklace on and I walk out a little disappointed.
There you go.
They didn't have what I needed, so I bought 10 gold pieces worth of stuff.
Yeah, at least buying didn't have what I needed, so I bought $50 worth of other shit.
That's so great.
Trey, I'm interested in finding anyone who might be selling magic items in town. Like perhaps things like rings or gloves or little bitty magic things like that.
I mean, you can try asking around to several jewelry shops, and you do, and they send you around to various kind of seedy, weird enchanter shops, most of which have locked doors when you arrive. One of them seems to recommend a person who could help you enchant something you already own. That's the best lead you probably got.
Yeah, I can do that. I have things to enchant.
Sure. Yeah, so you make your way kind of over near where the chasm was in Neverwinter. Right on the edge, there's a house that seems strangely intact comparatively when looked at amongst the rest of the houses in the area. It seems fairly untouched by the gash that opened here and the lava flow that happened here. And there is a man inside that is sitting intently reading a book at his table. You see him through the front window of his fairly small house. Arrayed throughout the room is a bunch of strange looking objects, books. Yeah.
All right. I knock on his front door.
Sure. You knock on the door. He comes to your door and he says, hello, dear. How can I help you?
I hear you're a person who can help me enchant some items, sir.
Well, let's see about that. Come on in. He says, my name is Tim. Tim the Enchanter.
Hi, Tim. Tim the Enchanter.
Yes, hello.
Uh oh.
And
Maximum nerd alert. Maximum nerd alert.
and so yeah, you sit down at the table with him, and he says, "Well, what do you have? Let's have a look at it."
I hand him a bronze crown that I have.
She says,
I've like, you know, stuck a couple teeth and fish bones and shit on it with some tar, but it's for the most part like a bronze crown.
He looks at it and he says, "Seen better days."
I like it.
He looks at you and he says, I'm sure you do. So he begins looking. He says, what do you need this to provide you?"
You know, I'm not picky. I recently had my first taste of magic items, and I realized that they're a lot of fun. And that's about as far as I got, sir. I just want you to give it some cool juice.
He says, well, can you come back in 1 month?
Yep.
Okay.
Bones turns around and says to no one because she's alone, "Where are we?"
Hold on 1 second.
And then she goes, "Yep, I'll be back in a month."
So be back, so be dead.
I will have something for you in 1 month. What is your name, dear?
Oh, Bones?
How appropriate. And he scrawls that down on a piece of paper. And he says, okay.
Do you
See
need
what
like
we
a
can do.
deposit? Like, what are you just gonna take my name?
Well, we really won't know what it costs until we know what it does, now will we?
Yeah, that's pretty true.
All right, then.
All right. Cool. And then Bones just leaves.
Interesting.
It's a fun deal.
Yeah.
It's like a little surprise bag.
Living on the edge.
Like, come for it.
All right. Dope. Then, Mercy. You already said you had nothing you wanted to try and accomplish.
Really need anything new right now.
Whose cat is super pissed off?
It's Amelie.
So mad.
She's mad because I'm not feeding her right now.
So mad.
I just heard the angry meowing.
Oh, now she's scratching the door. That's
Beams
great.
went back to sleep.
All right. And so you all gather back at the shiny brass barrel. And, you know, you deliver Stephan the ponies, and do you tell him that the carriage is coming? Or he has another surprise coming in a few days? Or
I would tell him that he's going to have a surprise delivered in a few days, yeah.
Okay.
I'm also going to let him know that we've covered his stay for the next few days.
He says, "Oh, friends, thank you so much. It's more than I could have asked after betraying you."
Where are we having his stuff delivered? He has no house.
Here.
At the inn where he's staying.
Oh,
The shiny brass barrel.
sure.
Yeah. And so with that, what do y'all do?
I think
What
we
time
need
of day is it? Is this an all-day endeavor, or?
what time of day it is.
It's probably late in the afternoon at this point.
I'd say we got to stay one more day and then take off in the morning.
Two.
Yeah, we need like food and all sorts of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, and so you all kind of settle in, get food, pack up supplies into your own wagon for your travel. I assume you're taking a wagon, not just walking the entire way. Pack up supplies into your own wagon for travel, and make plans to leave in the morning.
That's the idea.
Anything else that you'd like to touch on, discuss, have a meal over, get drunk, start a bar fight?
I'd like to have a drink.
Okay, you head down to the bar and you sit there and you have a drink. Anybody else joining?
Yeah.
You drinking? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you're all sitting down at the bar having drinks. Stephan is sitting there with you. He's been into it for a little bit longer than you, and he says, I don't know. I don't know how I met you. I don't know if it's fate. I don't know if it's luck. But here we are. At this point in time where you've saved my life. All because you bought some wine from me.
Long ago.
You really
Actually,
drunk?
I still have my bottle, actually.
You never drank it. Should we drink it now? Should we go get the bottle? Should we have the wine?
Yeah, let's bust it out. I've been carrying it, I think, since I first met you. Straight up. It's labeled in my inventory as mulberry wine from What's His Nuts.
Perfect.
He looks at the bottle and he says, "The mulberry," and he hugs it. It's I was never able to make it again after this batch.
Seriously, how drunk is he?
He pulls the
Sounds like mega.
he pulls the top off and he begins pouring it in everyone's cup. He doesn't care if you already have something in there or not. He's pouring.
And like a tonic, and he just fucked it.
He's just pouring the mulberry wine all the way around. He says, "Drink, friends, drink," and he holds up his bottle. And he says,
Yeah, all right.
"All of you, to not dying."
To not die.
And you all drink. You all now, for the next 24 hours, having drank this mulberry wine, have advantages on perception checks.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Well, how about that?
Thanks, Stephan.
What a pal.
So basically, until you take your next long rest.
Man, Stephan makes some cool shit.
He does make some cool shit. Should have bought more shit from him.
Hey, Stephan.
Yeah.
Next time we see each other, will you teach me how to make this healing potion?
Oh, I can try, but
Let's try.
it
I'm a good
takes
student.
it takes a very long time. I worked on that one for 8 years.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm young yet. I got some time.
That's true. You're all young. Why do you
Oh, I'm
so...
like 200.
I look
so.
at Roar, I'm like,
Kind of laugh.
He's drunk. Why do you all risk your lives so? For what?
The XP, man. It's all about the XP.
I just point at Mercy. She's my best friend. I go where she goes.
And he looks at Mercy and he says, "And you? Why do you go there?"
Left home because I couldn't do that life anymore, and now I do it for shits and giggles.
And you? He looks at Bones. And why, what are you running around the world from?
Well, I'm kind of filling a void. Not really the most mentally stable person. Bones is drunk.
That's fine.
You know, just trying to feel less pain, man. Bones passes out on the bar.
Oh.
Oh, Ellie is sad.
Oh.
Mercy just
Yeah.
walks up to Bones and like kind of pats the back of her head. Come on, honey. Okay.
And you two? You two seem to have the most of yourselves together. Where are you going? What are you running from? You're headed.
We're trying to get our home back.
That's the short version, yeah. Dragons are a real bitch, and since I can't be a proper king, I'm gonna do what I want. That's
Do what I want.
My liege, he bows, kind of mockingly. And he says, Where is your kingdom?
the Iron Mountains. Well, it was in the Iron Mountains.
What are they now? If they're not iron?
Ruins, dragon, smog, and bullshit. Yeah, it's all fucked up. So everybody's dead except for us, more or less, and the whole place is roasted. So we're probably looking for a new home rather than our old home at this point.
If there's anything I've learned in all of my traveling, it's that the idea of home is a myth. Mine burned down. The only thing I really lost was the memories it held. But I still have them, don't I? Oh, well, friends. I do worry about you going to that tower. I really do. All of you who are running towards or away from something. He looks at Bones for a moment, passed out on the bar. I know it's where you have to go. I know it's the path forward for everybody, but the things I've heard, the things I've seen, I don't think I'm going to see you again. And that is the saddest thought of all.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. We've made it through worse than a tower.
Part of me hopes you don't succeed.
Well, that's pretty fucked up.
Bringing him
I understand
back
why.
into this world? This is a terrible idea. I see why Mort wants to. It's a terrible idea.
Why is it so terrible?
We stopped him once. Do we really want to do it again?
Who's Mort want to bring back?
Kaylin!
Oh.
Don't you understand? This is what you're going to get? The soul of Kaylin Lackwood?
Who's that?
You know who that is?
I do suggest you figure it out. I can't be the one to talk about it. I may be drunk, but I'm not foolish.
What?
And he begins kind of falling asleep as he says these things.
Okay.
Well,
Help him get upstairs and into a bed. He's had a rough couple of days.
that's true.
You know, he's just kind of grieving.
I'm gonna throw Bones over my shoulder and bring her to her room.
Okay. You all
She sleeping at the bar.
You all begin making your way back upstairs. You settle in for the night. What's everybody's passive perception on this night?
13.
16. I got mad wisdom.
Nice.
19?
Is this
18.
okay? Rookie question.
Sure.
It says passive wisdom and then perception in parentheses.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
19?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
There you go. Okay. So Bones, Mercy, Ellie. The dwarves are snoring too loudly.
That's about right.
Yeah.
But you all hear tiny feet in the middle of the night. Softly get up and go down the stairs and out the door.
What?
I'm
Like kitty
gonna
cats?
get up and look for Stephan in his room.
His room's empty. Looks like no one ever slept in the bed at all.
Okay. Did he leave anything? Or is it cleaned out?
It's nothing.
Nothing left in the room at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and tell the gals. And
Wait.
how soon after? Am I doing this immediately as I hear the footsteps pass?
Sure. Just after he went down the stairs, maybe, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go talk to Ellie. I think Bones probably won't be able to really hear me.
Weirdly drunk, her passive perception is crazy high.
She's aware it's happening. She just doesn't give a fuck.
That sounds more like, yeah, drunken bones. Hey, Ellie. So Stephan just left.
What?
I heard him leave his room and go down the hallway, and he left. I heard him leave the inn, and I checked in his room, and he's not there, and it's all cleaned up, like he doesn't plan on coming back. Should we wake somebody up, or should we just let him go?
I could try to find him.
You want to?
I can try. Yeah. Do you want to come with me?
How could I? I mean, can you like do a quick like flyover?
Well,
You're gonna have better luck in the air probably than on the
I
ground.
could do in the air, or I could turn into something that like can smell him.
That would work too.
Okay. I am gonna turn into. I gotta find what my options are. I'm gonna turn into like a hound of some kind. I just don't know what the options are. Like a dog.
Sure, you can just turn into a dog. Just not
I
regular
turn
old
into
dog.
yeah.
Pick a dog.
A,
Golden retriever.
Oh, sorry.
no, a hunting dog. I turn into a beagle.
Sure, you're a beagle.
I'm a beagle. I don't
Let her
even know what the stats are.
That's fine.
Go.
That's fine. So you're so
I
roll
go and I
roll.
sniff like the bed that he was
roll-
just in.
Yeah, sure. Roll a sniff check.
Survival.
What do I add to
Yeah,
that?
let's go. Survival for tracking, essentially, but with advantage as a dog.
Okay. What do I add to it?
That's the dog's
survival
perception.
Yeah, but for it.
Oh.
Actually, no. I keep my survival. Never mind.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Because in B shape, I keep my mental stat.
Sure, with advantage because you're a dog.
Oh, that's really good. 21.
21. Yeah, you get all up in that. You smell the crap out of it, and you.
I do like the
you
dog
just, like,
pointing
yeah.
thing, like
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, yeah. You just start going, and you just start like going down the stairs, and you go out the door, and then the trail just kind of ends. It looks like he got in his wagon and rode away.
Well, there goes that idea.
Okay.
I'll drop the dog form. Maybe we should just let him go.
Now that you can't find him.
Yeah. I could fly and try to find him.
Let's just let him go. He sounds like he needs some peace and some alone time. He's had a rough couple of days.
I'm worried about him.
Bones still has the mirror, right? We can check in on him in a couple of days. Make sure he's doing okay.
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 All right.
Did
I'm
we
gonna go
ever
to bed.
wake the dwarves up?
I doubt it.
No.
Okay. As you guys head back to bed, drift off to sleep. You wake up the next morning. All of you have breakfast. Those of you that have no idea, ask where the heck Stephan went. Explained he got up in the middle of the night and left. Yeah.
Off in his wagon. Not even his new fancy wagon. The old shitty one.
We just bought him a bunch of new shit. He didn't even stay.
I know. Well, he took the horses.
Well, maybe he'll come back for it.
Well, yeah, he took my horses. That's for sure.
He took your horses. That's true. But you all begin to pack up your wagon, last of your belongings, hoping Stephan comes back to the inn and uses up the rest of his stay, picks up his fancy new wagon. And you head out, back on the high road, headed north towards Luskin. And so that's probably where we're going to hold off. We didn't get nearly as far as I thought we would, but I think this is a good spot to pause until next
We
time.
meet the two weirdos selling horses and carriages.
Hey now,
Yes.
we met a lot of people that I did not plan to ever make an appearance in this world or existence. So here we are. We came out the other side. It was fun.
We did it. We made it through.
We D&D'd real hard, and it was
I'm proud.
delightful. I am too. There was no combat. I had like 3 combat counters ready because I wasn't sure exactly what we'd do. No combat. That was fun. So, you
There
know.
you go, folks. You know, those are the real secrets here.
But yeah, so there it is. Until next time.
I did find something that I wanted to just share real quick.
Yeah.
But I'll have Colleen put it on the Facebook so everybody can see it. It's a fighter archetype. You know how people can like build their own variants and stuff, and there's like a template thing for it.
Yeah.
There's this fighter archetype called 3 halflings in a trench coat. The art is great. The things it offers are great. I will send it to Colleen to have her put on the Facebook so everybody can see it.
That's fantastic.
I want to play that.
That's fantastic. On that note, if you don't already, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the places at Attack of Op. That's Attack of OP or Attack of Opportunity, because we're starting to grab that where we can as well. And we're going to be off. We'll have. Hold on. Emily, do you want to do the thing tomorrow night that we skipped all weekend?
Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow night we'll have the solution. And Wednesday night we'll have Winecraft. And then we'll be off for this next week. We may take 2 weeks off here, and then resume mid-July with this guy here. But I don't know that I want to, because we didn't get as far as I thought we would. And I'm excited to get you guys to
I want to play in
the
2
Wizard
weeks.
Tower. So, yeah, we'll probably play in 2 weeks.
I got 5th level spells.
That's kind of what just happened.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, everybody just leveled up too. Yeah, that's a good point. We're getting to the high stakes levels, guys. I don't know if you're starting to feel that, but we're getting to the high stakes levels where the training wheels come off.
Shit's getting real, yeah.
Shit gets real. Yeah. But until
Or you
then,
better find some diamonds.
Yeah, I better start chasing down some 500 GP diamonds for sure.
until then, may all your diamonds be 500 gold pieces. And we will see you soon on Attack of
What a weird
Opportunity.
blessing.
Bye.
That's the best sign off we have to